Lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
I'll have to get it to her.
Hey, no, this is not the midday show. This is the morning show. I didn't realize that we didn't have the...
Teddy, is Lyn-Dee on? All right. Let's bring her over.
Oh, they're bringing. I don't see the phone, and there she is.
I didn't either, but she wrote in, and there she
How
is.
you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm well. I'm blessed. I'm glad to see you guys on.
Wow, you look fantastic.
You look fantastic. You sound fantastic.
Wow.
You look like you're on vacation in sunny South Florida.
Well, you know, there's something to be said about being at home and appreciating what you have now.
That's amazing. Lyn-Dee Eldridge with the Happiness Jungle. And when we met you, right, everyone that says, how do people meet? And you were talking happiness, and we gave you a hope heart and everything you do. Tell us how you're getting through this.
I'm living in the now moment. I'm not looking at what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not looking at what happened yesterday. I'm living in the now, and I'm keeping myself very current with the news. And I am truly appreciating what I have, not what I don't have. And I'm helping a lot of people. People are calling me 24/7, and I'm trying to help them get through this. And if they'll just follow my instructions, they'll be happier. And I know this for a fact because I'm living. Because we're all going through it. We're all human beings. We all have feelings. We have the right to feel our emotions. But people are getting stuck in their emotions, and I refuse to allow that. So if they'll call me, I help them through that. And whether they're home with spouses or family, or if they're alone, I'm alone. But there's a different mindset that I have than others have. But once I get off the phone with people, they seem to understand, okay, I'll live right now. I'll live in the now. I won't be upset. I'll appreciate what I have around me.
And that's what you look like right now. You've got the trees behind you. You're in a beautiful pink chair. Very happiness. Oh, is that your pillow?
It is.
All right.
Go ahead.
Share with us your pillow.
So the body pillow was created over 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with the breast cancer and I got divorced 3 weeks into radiation. The purpose for the body pillow for me was to hug me at night, and it did, and it still does to this day. As people are purchasing the pillow, I'm finding out that it's helping people in so many other ways. Some people are having surgeries, they have back challenges, heart challenges, and what's happening is they're able to sit up in a way that they get comfortable, and because of the way my pillow is designed, and the size of the pillow, they're finding out that these arms are able to support your back, support your knees. But for me, like I said, it hugs me.
How big is that pillow?
Let me show you. I show you.
It's like a giant octopus.
Wow, that's a...
Look at the arms. It's tremendous.
Wow.
So it's a pillow with 2 big arms.
It bends, it folds. It could be an armchair.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And I am so blessed that because I'm a keynote speaker and I'm an author and I was writing about the pillow, sharing it with everybody, people were asking me, where can I get it? Are you selling them? And at the time I wasn't. And then I realized I should. Because I've created it to a size that it's very comfortable. It's not oversized. So I produced it. And last October is when I got in my shipment. And it's inevitable that when I speak on stages, people are purchasing it. it's a blessing.
Now,
And
do you have stock of the pillows? Is that the way people can
I
order
have
it?
a very limited stock. So I am encouraging people that if they want to order their pillow, I will get it out to them as fast as possible, which I mail it out that day. And but I'm encouraging people to go ahead and order the pillow because when they're gone, I don't know when I'm going to be able to reorder them. And a matter of fact, I think I'm going to start making them. But again, I got to get out there and I have to find the material for the pillow.
Are you making them yourself?
I don't make them myself. I've had them manufactured. And this was way before the coronavirus. Over 100 pillows have been sold. Nobody has been sick. And I haven't had one return.
And how do you clean the pillows? How do you wash them?
You throw them in the washing machine and the dryer.
The whole pillow?
You could throw the whole pillow in, or you could remove the outer pillowcase and throw that in. But I throw the whole pillowcase, I throw the whole pillow in the washer.
Gotcha.
And then I throw it in the dryer.
And they want to know, what are they made of?
They are made of it's 100% cotton, and the fill is hypoallergenic.
I'm reading all the testimonials on this. I mean, cancer survivors. We talk all the time about situations creating opportunities. And here you are being diagnosed with cancer, going through treatment, and you came up with this pillow idea for a hug. Think how many college students, people who are going through something, we have little kids that we work with their shows. They carry around thew bunny, right? Maybe as adults we can't carry on a bunny anymore, but why can't we? You have a pillow when you go home for a hug.
You can put it in your car.
Can you drive with it? Do you have people use it in their car for their back?
And they do. And you know what's so unique is people are finding all different ways. So instead of this top part being the back support in their car, they're sitting on this part, and then they're taking the arm and they're either letting it flop over or they're putting it against their back. So it's very creative. This top could also be a tabletop, which I mean like this.
Interesting.
And then you could take your arms and then again, put it where they need to be, under your knee, under your back. Amazing.
It's like a computer desk also, if you do it that way, right? You could sit on the couch, put it behind you, and put your laptop on.
I want to put a face on it, and then I'll be able to talk to it.
You know,
there is actually.
There are people that have said, we need to put faces on it. And I said, well, that's interesting. Maybe my next order, I'll start putting, George Clooney on it, or, whoever your choice is. But the main purpose was the comfort. And for me, it was because I was lonely.
How much are they?
They're $69.95 plus shipping and handling. And, Dawn and Freddie, it was heartwarming when I have clients of mine that have addiction challenges, of all different addiction challenges. And they receive the pillow because they have anxiety. And they're using the pillow, and not only to comfort them, whether they're sitting up in a chair or whatever, but it's hugging them. And they commented back to me, and they gave me their testimonial that it's amazing because they don't feel lonely. Even though they're alone like I am, when this pillow wraps around you and the other side goes in between your knees, there's something to be said about having your mind accept this hug as the genuine hug that you're missing from humans.
It's interesting, especially during this time. People are writing in, how are you able to ship? But there's social distancing, right? Even no hugging, no kissing hello, none of that. And if you live alone, you're missing that interaction. Seniors, I think this is tremendous for them as well.
Yes. Widows, widowers, men, women, children, it's a blessing. And the only thing that I could say is, we have to look back at things that have happened in our lives. So if there's one thing that I'm grateful for having the breast cancer, getting the divorce 3 weeks into radiation, is the discovery of this body pillow.
Is that the name of it, body pillow? The body pillow? Is the body pillow?
It's called the Happiness Jungle Emotional Support Body Pillow.
Called a body pillow that hugs you when you need it the most.
It's funny because when we're born and we come out of the womb, children like to be wrapped in a blanket, and they sleep because it's like you're in the womb again. And I know for a fact that as you get older, millennials know because they're from another country, but another world. But as you get older, you like the sense of something wrapping around you. It just gives you a sense of comfort. So
Right.
I can see how this psychologically, especially this time of need. I mean, you think about what's going on around us. You know, I get a phone call from my sister and my son on the same day and you can hear it. And Gio, you can't as much.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but he doesn't call unless he wants to make sure everything's okay. And this is a way of releasing, I would call it the anxiety release pillow or...
The oxytocin pillow.
Man, you see, she got to get all complicated. The hell is an oxytocin?
Yeah, you can call it, please, whatever is going to help people get through this emotionally, look, I'm the Chief Happiness Officer of the Happiness Jungle, and that title was given to me. I really believe that my purpose right now during the coronavirus is to help people stay emotionally on a neutral track, not too high, not too low, and to make sure that they're as comfortable as possible with what they have in front of them right now.
I like that.
And
you help people stay grounded.
I want people to stay grounded right now. It's very important, and I have so many suggestions. I have couples calling in to me that are feuding. And my first question to them is, do you want to fall back into light and love with the person that you are self-isolated with right now? And they're like, what? And I'm like, once upon a time you fell in love. Do you remember how excited you were when you first met them and you were counting the minutes until you saw that person again? They're like, yeah. And I said, what if we could bring that back right now? What if we could save relationships right now just by doing that? And they're like, how do we do it? And I go through the whole process with them. And then they call me back days later. And some of them, because they followed my acts of kindness within each other, they're falling back into like and love. So I believe that the coronavirus can be saving a lot of marriages instead of creating divorces.
How did you get involved with the Happiness Jungle and doing everything that you do?
I come from the School of Hard Knocks. For the first 26 years of my life, I was brought up in a very toxic home. I was told I was worthless, I was nothing, I was never going to amount to anything. I was left-handed, and back in the 60s, if you were left-handed, they beat the crap out of you. I am and was dyslexic, so therefore and I never use this word, but I'll go ahead and do it right now, but I was told I was stupid, I was dumb, I was an idiot. So it's funny because through our lives, and when I speak at schools and with children, they already know what they want to be when they grow up. It's already in them. We're very passionate about what we want in life. And when I was growing up, I remember I just loved to help people smile and laugh. So inside my home, my first book that I wrote in 2009 called Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors, it's my story about growing up in a toxic home, getting married at the age of 18, and being in a domestic violence, a very, very abusive, mentally abusive relationship. And so my story is that in that book, but it's not always me. It's to help others get out of domestic violence safely and with a better mindset. So when I got out of my first marriage, it was all because of this gentleman called Mr. Les Brown. I don't know if you're familiar with Les Brown.
Mm-mm. No.
He's known all over the world, a motivated speaker. And it was his words on one day, it was that divine day, that he was on television. My daughter at the time was 15 months old. And on the television, I swear he popped out and he was speaking with me alone. And he said, you have greatness within you. Don't allow anybody to take away who you truly are. And if you're lost, start being found. And with that moment, my former, I call him Anus in the book, he walked in, I'm holding my baby girl, 15 months old, who just got all of her shots that day, and I wasn't able to do anything at home. And in walks Anus, and because he didn't see dinner on the table, he was screaming and yelling and carrying on like he normally did, but for the first time in my life, I didn't hear him. He sounded like the Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. And all I heard was Les Brown feeding into me that I'm worth more than this. And that was the beginning journey of my personal development journey. And I started working on myself. I got divorced from him. But I look at that like, again, what was the purpose? I live life on purpose. What was the purpose of me having to go through this domestic violence horror, nightmare? And it was my daughter. Because if it wasn't for Amos, my daughter wouldn't be here. And I wouldn't have 4 beautiful granddaughters and an amazing son-in-law today. So thank you, Amos.
She calls him
And
Enos.
through
That's
that
hilarious.
process,
That's amazing, though. Everything you've been through, and
Yeah.
right, we have choices in life. You can take these adversities and do something positive with it, or you take your adversities and you continue it through generation to generation. We don't stop the cycle, and you stopped it.
Exactly. And I knew that I wanted more for my daughter. She was my strength. I looked down at that baby and I said, I may be volunteering to stay in this marriage because I believed in the vows so much. But the baby did not volunteer to be in this toxic environment. And that was between Les Brown and looking at my baby girl, that was the divine change for me to become who I was supposed to be. And I'm very diversified. I've done so many things. And it brought me back to what I've always been passionate about, which is helping other people be able to have a more positive outlook and positive life.
You know, and that's an important message because we bring it up to today's situation. And right now, a lot of people got jolted. It's like being in a boxing match and you get hit. And you're only a great boxer, not a good boxer, a great boxer is not only if you can punch, but if you can take it. If you can take a hit, you can take a punch. And I think that your story transcends into what's going on today where people just got jolted. You know, they got that punch. And you're going to have to recreate you. You're going to have to come back stronger. You're going to have to believe in you more. This is really accountability test. Do you say what you say, or do you say and then do it the other way?
Do you walk the walk and talk the talk,
That's
or do
right.
you talk it and do something else?
And it's people, I have an old saying where I meet people who are table setters. You're a table setter, and the rest of us are players. Table setters set the game for the players to be able to play. They're the ones that make the difference between winning and losing a baseball game. That's the way I view everything in life, table setters and players. And now it's time to turn yourself from a player into a table setter. This isn't going to go away if we sit back and don't believe in ourselves. I mean, America is the greatest country in the world, has always been, because we've picked ourselves up. We entered World War I and II late because it was us that came in there with a whole full-blown attitude. And I see what's going on around the world. People write to me all the time. It's really funny. Let me give you an example of a delivery. I have a gentleman here who's going to be doing his own show today. He's going to debut it, a millennial named Slick. That's what I call him, because I think he's the slickest. And he always says to me, you know, you look at everything half empty. But it is him noticing that I'm doing it, and I'm doing it on purpose, because I want to see what half full looks like. So he's bringing it half full. It is about the delivery of what we do. Her story to me means if she can do this, I got to look deep. And I got to find out what scares me, push that to the side, and I got to reinvent myself. And I congratulate you on that.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And it's
Where
so
are you
true.
speaking? When are you speaking again? Are you doing this video-wise now?
Yeah, that's a really good question, you know, because everything has been postponed. I was supposed to be in Jamaica last week and speaking at a 2-day event, Building Your Dreams. The first day was for adults and the second day was for children. So my calendar, like everybody else, is just paused, and it's only temporary. The whole world is going through this. And that's one thing that I want everybody to start owning. It's not just you. It's all of us that are feeling this pain. So I get on and I do a lot of videos now to inspire others. Can we look at this a little differently?
That's right. And I think that's an important message.
How do we do it differently?
Yeah. You know, I look at this coronavirus as a gift. I'm home. I'm able to do things that I normally wouldn't have time for. I'm taking a course with Yale right now, and I'm always self-motivating myself We have to invest in ourselves at this time.
Are
Whether
you
it's
taking
time,
that happiness course from Yale?
I am.
I saw that. I was thinking about doing it. How do you like it?
Well, I like it, and it's really interesting to me because I come from the school of hard knocks. There's no science behind my development of how to create happiness and joy in your life. I come from the streets, so I share with people the actual facts of how to do it. And as I'm taking this course, it's very interesting because Yale is all about studies, right? And so I agree with a lot of it, and then I have to sit back and think to myself, no, I don't agree with this part of it.
Interesting.
And so it's very interesting to me. I've been taking the course now for 2 days. I'm already in the 5th week.
2 days, 5 weeks, and 2 days.
But let's go back to how people are spending their time at home. There are many professionals that they're licensing the educational hours. Now you have all the time in the world without any interruption to take care of that. There are
But
courses
will they
online.
do it? See, this is what I'm beginning to find out. People
There
say,
you go.
man, I wish I had time. I would read that book. I got 4 books by my bed. I got time. I ain't got no time. I ain't reading that. I want to do something else. I want to go paint my house. People are writing in. Everybody's painting their house. They're doing the lawn. My son called. Everything's gone. But do they walk the walk? This is what I want to. I mean, do you really put it out there? You got time to do these things you say you always wanted to do. Are you doing them?
Exactly. It's a choice, isn't it, Freddie? It's a choice. 100% we have a choice. We could look at this book and say, I'm going to read it today.
That's what I do.
Or put it aside and go, I'm going to go take a nap.
That's what I do too.
Well, lately I've been taking naps.
Now I want to touch base and put you on the spot here for a second. We are opening up because we believe that we want to grow platforms. We got producers creating their own platforms. You saw Teddy Uncensored, Unscripted yesterday. She did her thing. Slick is doing his thing, and they are creating the opens. I mean, spectacular stuff. And we're going to be putting on 2020 Vision. We have a Fuego show coming. We have something called AMP Media Communications. AMC. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what I want to do on the AMP Media Communications is to have someone like you, because look what happens when you follow directions. Look how clear she is. She sounds fantastic. She could still take phone calls, and she could do it from home. So we Zoom her in. We put her on a selected time during the day on the network, and you do your thing. And you reach the masses, and people can come into the platforms and they can learn from this stuff. You can use the pillow and make orders until that runs out, all of this stuff. But I have a feeling, like she said, the virus, sometimes the bad is the gift. I think that people that have businesses are going to have time now to talk about what they do. I mean, I've known this lady for a long time. I didn't know half of this stuff.
It's amazing. And when we can all come together with collective happiness and hope, imagine maybe that's I always say maybe. That's not a maybe anymore. This is the message that we need to take from this. Oh,
And you have to appreciate what you have around you.
So beautiful.
Right, Phoebe?
I thought it was
We got to
beautiful.
appreciate what we have around us, because this is my strength.
He is
And my
beautiful.
cat is my strength. And my home is my strength. And I think, what if I didn't have my home? Where would I be? So again, living in the now, I walk the walk, I talk the talk. If you see me on stage, that's who I am before, during, and after. I want to just spread happiness. I want people to live a calmer life. I want our world to get along. And I really believe that the universe and God said to us, you guys aren't getting along. None of you are. So now here's your chance that we're going to give you to start learning about each other again and to start reinventing yourselves. Get along, or else we're shutting off the lights.
That's pretty much it. How do people get your pillow and find you?
They can order it on the happinessjungle.com website. I'm also going to add a free additional pillowcase. And here's also what I want to do, because there are people that domestic violence. I want to go ahead and did I tell you about my other book that came out 2 years ago?
No?
Okay, so that's my journey with the breast cancer. And people often say to me, how come you call it the breast cancer? You don't say my. I said, don't own it.
Right.
It's just like the coronavirus. Do not own this monster. It's only invaded you for a short period of time until you can kick the crap out of it, right? So it's the same thing with the breast cancer. I came out with the book, and the book is called Squeeze My Tatas. You're only one mammogram away from knowing.
It's true.
So when people order the body pillow, I will definitely send you the additional the body pillow case, and I'll also, your choice, whether it's domestic violence or the breast cancer book, throw that in for you because you may not need the book, but I bet you know somebody that does.
Wow, happinessjungle.com. Lyn-Dee, thank you so much. We'd love to work with you more and share the message. The platform works. You just gave me the chills. Wow.
No, I'm gonna tell you, there's so much about this lady that I don't know, but so much that I learned today. It goes to show you, if you have a little time, you sit down, you have conversations, wonderful things can happen.
You know who's one of the best connectors is Jen G.
Yeah.
Jen G she's the one that told me about your pillow. I knew you in the Happiness Jungle, and she said she bought this pillow for her kids, and she said they absolutely love it. And her kids, they're grown men.
They love it. So from my heart,
thank you.
To everybody's, please calm down. And if you need to speak with somebody that can give you an uplift, as long as you're willing to take my advice and apply it, because I cannot give people permission to steal my energy, I promise you, you will get through the coronavirus smiling more and appreciating the people around you. And even if you don't have people around you, you'll get through this more joyfully.
Thank you, Lyn-Dee, so much. Happinessjungle.com. You can get your happiness pillow and the book, so check that out. Lyn-Dee, thank you so much. More to come.
Thank you, Lyn-Dee.
Stay safe.
Thank
be
you
well.
so much. Love you guys. Stay safe. And thank you for all that you're doing. You guys are wonderful. You're such a gift.
Thank you. Let's go to commercial break.